We are at the Boundary Waters. There's my map, there's my ribs, there's my sody, and here is the bunks in the bunkhouse for Cliff Walled Outfitters. We're staying in the bunks tonight. There is no AC and it's like 90 something degrees up here right now, so we probably won't stay in here until it gets night because it's supposed to get really cool tonight. But we are in the far northern side of Minnesota. So we're going back into town and probably get something to eat. Try to find some place with air conditioning because it's hot. I don't think it'll be as bad out on the trail because we can get water and, you know, get wet or go swimming anytime we feel like it. So that's what's going on. What do you got anything to say?
Hey, we're just driving down the road here, heading back into town to find something to eat. So.
Sounds good. Alrighty. Alright, y'all. We're back at the little cabin thing. And mosquitoes and flies and that are horrible right now. But we went cruising around. It was really hot today. And since we're not leaving until tomorrow morning, we went downtown Ely. Some of the older places down there. We went to Paragus, something like that. You guys can see that. Paragus.com. And they're a really cool store. They sell just about every Gransford Brooks axe you can imagine. Splitting mauls, wedges, everything. And I've got a canoe at home, but it doesn't have any kind of a yoke or anything like that in it. So I bought a yoke. I'm not going to pull it out of the car. It needs some customization, and it'll probably have to be cut down a little bit to be able to fit in my canoe. But I also bought this little star chart, which is pretty cool. You just basically line up your month, and then the date is on the black line, and then you line up the time of day, and then it puts you in the right. And you point this thing north. This has got to point north, so basically like that, and tells you all the stars. So I bought that, and then Professor got me this. This is just a little. It's hard rubber, and it says Paragus on it, Northwoods Company. Basically, it's got all these different shaped corners, and this is for getting inside your pot and scraping out the inside. So that was cool of him. And then I bought this. I've been wanting one of these forever, and I just never got one. This is a. I keep pausing because I have to kill these mosquitoes. Gransford Brooks. I don't know why it's not focusing. Gransford Brooks axe stone. It was a little bit expensive, but it's really well worth it. It's got a rubber case, a nice rubbery grip. I don't think I'll be able to open it with one hand, but it's a double-sided stone, and this is a lot. I mean, this is just top quality stone in my opinion. The smooth stone is just—it's like almost like a ceramic, and it's just a great piece of kit. I used it to sharpen my axe a little bit earlier, just to make sure it's nice and sharp, and so that I got that too. But we've been doing some last minute bits and bobs, going through everything. I gotta try to get couple more packs of cigarettes to put in my dry bag there because I used a couple of them. And we went to a couple different shops and walked around for quite a while inside stores so we could stay cool in the AC. And we went to Dairy Queen and a few the grocery store, which I got this monstrous Mountain Dew. Look at this thing. It's like this thing like 8 inches long. That just sounds dirty, but it's ice cold and it's wonderful. But the professor has chosen to set his tent up out here because you get more of a breeze out here for one, and for two, the mosquitoes are just vicious right now. They say that's the state bird, is the mosquito up here. But anyway, Like I said, I got a canoe yoke too that I got to fiddle with, and just last little, bits and bobs. I got some candy, some hard candy to put in my pack, and a few other odds and ends. But anyway, that's probably going to be it for tonight, and I'll get back with you tomorrow morning.
No, I'll keep it cut.
Alright, well, I got my my clothes bag out of here and took tomorrow's pair of pants for morning, because we're gonna obviously wear the clothes we're gonna be on the trip in, and the shirt, and I pulled the long sleeve shirt out because the mosquitoes are like horrid. I mean, they're just droves of them, and if it gets too bad, I'm going to throw my long sleeve shirt on and keep them from biting me. So everything's back in my pack. I do have to go through my ribs pack and double check everything in it. This is not going with me. We don't really need this. It's going to stay in the car for now. Axe just got sharpened. Actually had the outfitter ask me about the axe, what kind of axe I had. We actually talked to him for a while. You can see my food bag's opened up. Professor's borrowing my stove so he can make oatmeal in the morning. I don't think I'm going to eat, probably. But, so that's it. I don't think he's staying out here. I don't know if I mentioned that, but he's staying out here because it's cooler out here than it is inside. So we've been kind of just hanging here on the porch. And that's it, I think. So I'm gonna go through my ribs pack still, and alright everybody, there's all my stuff packed up and ready to go. Alright, big pack, food pack, ribs, water bottle, which is gonna be pretty much with me at all times. Life jacket, which is gonna be clipped in the canoe, because I'm not worried about being able to swim. I know how to swim real well, so it's there if I need it, but I'm not going to wear it. And the 2 paddles, and then Professor is doing some last minute packing, fidgeting things in different places. Looks like he's got his Duluth pack here with his bedroll. This is actually his tent. This is an extremely narrow tent. But it's a big dome tent, so it's pretty cool. It's about a 2, maybe even a 3-person dome tent. Then he's got his wash pan here with some odds and ends in it. Food bucket. And now he's going over to fill his water. There's his map. And this is the bunkhouse. I slept right there last night. Alright, we are on Moose Lake. We are paddling. This canoe is just perfect. What the cool part is, you can actually see the water line there. And it's, I mean, from the very keel to where the water's at, it's only about 6 or 8 inches. It doesn't draw hardly at all. And it just goes as straight as you please. And it, a couple good paddle strokes, and it just moves. We just got dropped off here a few minutes ago. We came from back that way, and the people there were kind of pushing us to get in the water. We were still talking to the guy that dropped us off, and getting everything situated, and putting a bound line in, things like that, tying our gear in. And they just kept pushing us to get out on the water, and they didn't say anything. They just brought their canoe right up on us to where we didn't have anything to do but get in the water. We're just trying to get situated. But these people are in like a rush to get out here. And then, but we're headed, I don't think you can see it on camera, but right there where those 2 woods meet, that's where we're kind of headed right now. And then we're just going to keep on going until we get to Ensign. We're really moving now, so it shouldn't take us that long. But I'll get back with you guys here in a bit. Alright, y'all. I got something just won't leave me alone. It's a little bee or something. Professor and I just pulled up on this campsite for a pit stop, basically taking a break and whatnot, using the toilet and double checking the maps. And we got up here, and this just ticks me off because there's piles of wood everywhere. Nobody can take the time to pick anything up and leave it nice. These 3 logs, they're cut to be a bench, and they were scattered. There was one part over there, and one part was up there. And so I moved them to put them back as a bench, just to help make it look a little bit nicer. But I'll probably put that one up here too. But they just crap everywhere. Just these sticks, they could have picked this up and put it in a pile for the next guy to start his fire with. It's just common courtesy. And so I'm glad we're not staying here tonight. So, but we are, let me lay my map out for you. Damn bee. Alright, we put in here, we're up through here, and we're right around, I think that's our campsite, or that we're at right now. And we're still going to paddle right up through here and into Ensign and possibly camp there. So I'll walk down here to the water. You can see this little island right here. It's called Horseshoe Island. I walk down here to the water. You probably can't even see it from here. No, you can't. But it's right up here, right around these trees. But I'm pleased to see that there's plenty of wood in these little sites, so the one that we've been at so far. But this canoe is just incredible. It just tracks so well. It's so maneuverable. It's got good rocker too. It's just really nice. So we're just stopping, like I said, to check the maps. You know, take a pit break and be done with it. I might even pick some of these sticks up because it just pisses me off that people don't leave. You're supposed to leave your campsite as good, if not better, than you found it for the next guy. There's twist ties on ground, there's cigarette butts over there. It just pisses me off. When I leave a campsite, I like to leave it as clean, if not cleaner, than I found it. It's just common courtesy. That way the next guy has a nice place to stay. And when you have a fire at night, before you leave, you want to make sure you leave him some birch bark or whatever it is, and some small twigs and, you know, stuff to get his fire going. So if he's in a pinch, you know, he's cold and wet and, you know, just wants to get in here and get dried off and get some food, then it's quick and easy for him. He doesn't have to go searching for it. He may have to go searching for actual firewood, but he can get his fire going and get warm. It's just common decency. But anyway, so that's what's going on right now. These rocks are scattered. They're supposed to be around the fire pit. Somebody threw them all over the place. Anyway, I just had a little rant there. But the water is beautifully warm. It's not too hot, but it's nice, and it's the refreshing temperature. Pulled in on this nice little landing. The canoe's actually floating right now, but you still can't see that island, but it's just really nice. I got the canoe tied up with the bow line, which is handy, and calling her good from there. Almost tempted to jump in and swim around for a minute, but that's it for now.